Even though Robert Moog and Don Buchla are widely credited for developing and commercializing the first modern synthesizers in the mid-60s, pioneers such as Leo Theremin and Maurice Martineau had already developed electronic musical instruments as early as 1920 with the Theremin and 1921 for the Ondes Martineau, an electronic instrument that used both a keyboard to play temperate tones and a ribbon system to glide between notes. Another popular example of an early electronic instrument that's still widely used today is the Hammond organ, which was invented in 1937. The first programmable electronic synthesizer, however, the massive RCA Mark II, was built by Columbia University in 1957 and features the building blocks of modern synths, including 12 voltage control oscillators, or VCOs, and a noise generator. The first commercially available synth came around in 1965 and was Robert Moog's modular synthesizer, a behemoth both in terms of size and price, while at the same time, Don Buchla, another major synth pioneer, was developing an instrument that aimed to offer the user a virtually limitless freedom in creating sounds. The mid-60s is also when the terms East Coast and West Coast theories first emerged. To put it simply, the East Coast school of thought is based on subtractive synthesis, a method that uses different filters and devices to subtract frequencies from a tone to shape it. West Coast synthesis, on the other hand, revolves around additive synthesis, wave shaping and frequency modulation to create complex sounds. The next major evolution in the synth world happened in 1970 when Bob Moog and Bill Hemseth created the first portable monophonic synth, the Mini Moog. The Mini Moog was a revolution both in terms of size and in terms of price. More affordable than the gigantic Moog modular, the Mini Moog could also be easily brought to the stage and the studio, and for the first time, musicians were able to have a synth at home. The bedroom producer was born. The advent of the Mini Moog inspired other manufacturers to produce their own personal synths, and companies like Roland, Korg, and Sequential Circuits began creating all kinds of synths, some of which achieved the status of icons, heralding the golden age of synthesizers. The digital revolution also had an important impact on the evolutions of synths, with the creation of instruments like the Fairlight CMI, and in 1983, Yamaha released one of the most controversial digital synths of all time, the DX7. From there, the race was on and a plethora of mythical synths, analog, digital, or both, saw the light of day, while the barrier of entry to purchase one kept getting lower. In 2025, buying a synth is more accessible and affordable than ever, whether you'd like to go with a synth from a legacy manufacturer or one by a more recent player in the game.